Soldiers, sailors, airmen and women enlist in the armed forces for many reasons, including a sense of duty, patriotism, the adventure, travel, and adrenaline. Many continue their military service because they discover a brother and sisterhood, an identity, a team. When service members are injured or wounded and can no longer perform their military duties, they quickly find themselves removed from their team, no longer serving the purpose for which they trained.
I came back from Afghanistan in 2013, and it was kind of a trial and error of finding out, after the military, what's next in life.
Being forced to leave a military career filled with purpose and pride can be challenging. Some challenges may leave lasting scars. An illness, wound, or injury can make anyone question their worth and sense of belonging after military service.
35 years in the Army, and I needed something to transition into. And so from that transition came an idea, and the idea was this.
Even though a military career may be coming to an end, or already ended, recovery can occur in the most unexpected places with unforeseen opportunities. Recovery, whether physical or mental, has no defined beginning or ending. It may last a lifetime.
For me, one of the biggest surprises that I found out going through it was that it's not like the flu where, you get sick and then you get better. You're never cured. And that's so frustrating. It's so hard to tell someone that. And it's so easy to slip back. And every single time you have to find a new way to fight it, it's a different monster every time you battle it.
This can feel daunting to a warrior who is suddenly forced to leave everything they know, trust, and love, finding themselves at the beginning of an unknown and possibly frightening new journey. Welcome to the world of motorsports.
We're in the right place at the right time in our lives to be able to take these guys that are wounded and put them in front of people that can actually show them that there is a camaraderie, there's a brotherhood within the motorsports industry, that there is potential for career opportunities for them if they have the skill set.
Motorsports offers an opportunity to regain that sense of identity within a safe, fast-paced team environment, providing a renewed sense of purpose. It has many facets, all created by teams working together for success on the track. Like in the military, in motorsports the goal is in accomplishing the mission, winning as a team, collectively celebrating the successes and supporting teammates through the losses. Through motorsport opportunities, Operation Motorsport assists medically transitioning service members and veterans with discovering new ways of achieving a renewed sense of hope, purpose and pride.
Besides the basic brake changing, oil changing, tire rotation, I've actually learned how to assemble and disassemble some engine parts, change some axles, do some alignments and stuff. So give it a try. You never know. This was nothing that I expected. I did not expect to be fully suited, jumping over a wall while cars were going 100 and something miles an hour.
From motors to media, tires to tickets, and hot laps to hospitality. Operation Motorsport provides beneficiaries the chance to become immersed within professional motorsports and provides them with the opportunity to find out firsthand what captivates their imagination and interest. These opportunities provide an avenue of discovery within the motorsports immersion or diversionary therapy programs, all within the Excite, Engage and Empower recovery programs. Operation Motorsport also offers virtual engagements and recovery opportunities through an iRacing league, engaging beneficiaries in a safe, competitive environment from the comfort and safety of their home. Meeting other like-minded people, service members and veterans on the virtual racetrack, opening the doors to Motorsport Academy programs that prepare beneficiaries for their first encounters at the racetrack, and possibly leading to a day when they can get behind the wheel.
A team environment's a perfect place for people like us to kind of get back into some kind of normalcy when you go through a lot when you get medically discharged. And it kind of sucks and you put through the ringer, but I feel like what Operation Motorsport's doing is something that's just really valuable.
Operation Motorsport prides itself in keeping beneficiaries engaged after the race weekend, throughout their recovery and beyond, through our recovery programs, or as a member of the 22 pit crew. No matter the background or story, Operation Motorsport is always there to listen, provide a safe and comfortable space, and a trusted circle of confidence that is open and honest about what difficulties may lie ahead for those transitioning out of a military career. Operation Motorsport believes in the power of team, identity, and purpose.
History repeats itself. History is always happening over and over again. So one of the ways to stop a theme, one of the ways to stop something from reoccurring is to first of all admit it. It didn't take long for us to quickly realize that there was power behind Mission 22, power behind its brand, power behind its message, and power behind its people that represented it.
All right, my friends, day 19 of 22, the 22-day push-up challenge. Day 19 means 418 men and women have possibly committed suicide in the last 19 days. I went and looked up my ship, the USS Rushmore. More people who have killed themselves by now than ever served on our ship at one time in just 19 days.
19, 20, 21. One more. Y'all ready for the last one?
Mission 22 has become a decentralized nationwide effort to show love, to raise money, to be available for other warriors, to be able to be a point of contact, to let the warriors know, but also for warriors to let other warriors know that there is a community. You're not alone. This isn't happening in silence. You're not forgotten. You know, we brought 4 veterans from all different parts of the United States and brought them together to hike through the state of Oregon.
May God bless you on your journey. Thank you for serving our country and for being willing to go on this walk. I'm praying you feel peace and strength with each mile.
You know, on this hike, some folks found God, some folks remained sober, some folks lost a significant amount of weight to be able to participate. And not so much just a healing walk for us as warriors, but for us to contribute to other people's healing. You know, this hike, we raised $12,000 for endobiogeny. Some of the folks on this hike, you know, they're going to be volunteers for this treatment. And I couldn't be more pleased and more proud because it was difficult. We had a lot of struggles. Not everything on this hike went pretty, you know, but we put some skin in the game. At the end of the day, we were able to raise money and we'll be able to use that money so guys can get the treatment that they need. The War at Home Monument is an example of our social impact, of our awareness, of our permanent fixture to do the work that we can't always do, to always remind us of what we've lost and what we will lose if we don't reconcile it. What we've done is taken 20 different veterans with their families' permission and used them as a silhouette to cut out of a 3,000-pound plate of steel. These warriors are placed in a V, and this is to show the size of the problem. This is to show the empty space they leave behind. And it's also to be a constant reminder of what happens when we don't listen to the stories of the warriors that fought in our name. Because it's not okay. It's not okay that everyone didn't know about veteran suicide. It's not okay that these things were a secret or left unsaid, or that it was shameful. It's not okay that it's shameful to suffer alone and suffer in silence, because if you ask for help, that you're no longer a warrior, that you're weak.
Yeah. So I come back and I thought everybody else changed. So I pushed my family away. And it took a long time to really realize it because I didn't want to look internally. You know, I got my Class A CDL and hit the road. I was on the road for about 8 years trucking. And this makes me think about how insignificant all of the major things going on are. I mean, what, 1 million years ago, that blew up. And, you know, over time became this.
Whether it's hiking mountains or building monuments, it takes a community to heal a warrior. Warriors didn't get damaged and didn't become separated from the sunlight of the spirit on their own. It happened in the name of this nation. We can change the way we think about war, how we think about warriors, how we think about ourselves, and what we think we're going to do in the American community. We can do it now. We can do it here. And there's going to be another generation of warriors coming. We can set the tone to create a culture that grabs them up and loves them and smothers them in resources, in opportunity right now.
Welcome back to the stream. It is Friday night, week 12. We're in the championship week here at Got Your Six Racing Network and the Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights. 358 Modifieds brought to you by Magnum Race Designs. I'd like to thank the good folks at Magnum Race Designs. You need a wrap, you need a logo, hit up Brian Lawson. Magnum Race Designs does a lot of work for us. That's greatly appreciated. As always here at Got Your Six Racing Network, we are racing for awareness of veterans issues. You'll notice we play promos from companies out there doing great things for veterans, and we play those throughout the night to thank those folks for what they do. We're getting ready to call the drivers off the track. As always, you do right along as I speak with the drivers throughout the night. All drivers, clear the track, please. All drivers, clear the track. Looks like we have an absolute full house tonight in week 12, counting about 28 cars. All right, drivers, welcome to championship night, week 12. We'll go over some rules real quick. Once again, no interview after your podium finish. EOL the following week, no photo, same story. If you bring out 2 cautions in any race, doesn't matter if it's a heat or a feature, whatever, you are done for the night in that division. Intentional contact will absolutely not be tolerated. You will get at least a 1-week suspension. No wall riding, as always. We're starting to get the numbers under control. We'll talk a little bit about numbers here in a minute. Callouts on Discord are totally not acceptable. If you have to do that, take it somewhere else. Don't put it on our Discord. Hopefully you don't have to do it at all, but if you do, take it somewhere else. That could also lead to a suspension. Excessive blinking. First time you will get a warning. Second time EOL. Third time we'll ask you to leave for the night. As you guys have heard, we are charging a driver's fee next season. It's going to be $15 per season or $50 for the entire year. That is due no later than 10 September. That's the night after the Dash for Cash. On 12 September, the following Monday, we're going to start clearing our driver's list. That should free up some numbers, I believe. And we'll start reassigning numbers on week 2. I'm not going to try to do that all at once. You can make payment at gy6rn.com if you want to stay with us. We got some exciting stuff coming up next season. You'll hear more about it during the Dash for Cash. We are going to have a week-long event to celebrate Memorial Day, or Veterans Day, my apologies. And if you think the Dash for Cash is quite a bit of money, you got to stick around. It begins on October 21st. We will release all the details during the Dash for Cash that evening. We're also thinking about a league called the Dirt Track Bank Premier Dirt E-Series. It's going to be big block modifieds and 358s, driver's choice depending on the track. You can pick either car, and open set late models, pro or super. Again, depending on the track you get to pick. Again, we're probably giving a test over next season a few nights. I'm thinking Sunday night, but we may have to rethink that. All will be open sets, and we will limit the I rating. You must have, we're kicking this around, either 2,000 or 2,500 to participate in those races. I pitched it to the Dirt Track Bank on Thursday. They absolutely love the idea, so we got the green light. It's going to be the Dirt Track Bank Premier Dirt E-Series. So got a lot of exciting stuff coming up. But tonight we got championships to settle. Chris Cox got a firm grasp. I'm not going to ask you to not race these drivers hard. But keep in mind, Randy Shreves, hold on. Randy Shreves and Donald Ingram have an outside shot at the championship. So, again, I'm not going to ask you to race these guys hard, but just remember who is around you. And I forgot to mention the Dash for Cash is must participate in 6 races, must be a feature winner. The cost breakdown right now as it stands, $125 to the winner, $100 to second, $75 to third, $50 to fourth, $50 to fifth. Everyone else that enters that event will get $25, depending on how many new winners we get tonight. So we got a lot of exciting stuff going on here at Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights. But I'm ready to get Week 12 Championship underway. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Chris Cox in the 515 is leading. Randy Shreves is second. Donald Ingram is third. Those are the only 3 cars with an outside shot at the championship. Welcome back, Anthony. It's good to see you. All right, fellas, no other questions. We will advance to qualifying. I wish you the best of luck and put on a great show. So we are getting ready to go to qualifying on Week 12 here at Volusia Speedway. We'll try to stay with the cars as they are out on the track. Michael Carter, fastest in practice, no surprise, the 015 out of the CTM Racing Team stable. 515 of Chris Cox, your points leader, out on the track. We'll follow along. Chris Cox is also leading in the limited late model, so we'll see how this plays out. He won limited late models last season. We do have 2 drop weeks here at Got Your 6 Racing Network. 515 out on the track, getting it done. Coming for his first time lap, coming off of turn 4. Got into the wall, so his second lap won't count. I didn't see a lap. Butch Baker in the 97 cars with us. Drew Jonkman atop of the board. Jesse Ingram in the 7, 17-0-54 for Jesse. Donald Ingram now at the top of the board, the 010. Put him at the top of the board with a 17-0-41. 92 car. Rob Piper finishing up P10. Grant Wesley, one of the Dash for Cash drivers in the 88, out on track. Will follow along. Should be coming for his first time lap in that 88 machine. 8th quick for Grant so far. Kevin Davis out of the Venom Racing stable, 17th quick. Michael Carter in the 15, currently 7th quick. Brian Lawson also from Venom Racing in that 9 car. Title sponsor of the 358s. Great looking wrap. If you need a wrap, check out Brian Lawson at Magnum Race Designs. He does super work. 13th quick. Travis Anderson moves up to P4. Another CTM driver in the 33 machine. Travis having a great end of the season. CTM fellas got started a little bit late, so only Michael Carter so far heading to the Dash for Cash. Billy Roberts in the 99 just wrapping up 22nd quick. Anthony Marjulio, we saw a lot of Anthony last year. He took home the Sprint Car Championship in the 238. Getting ready to become a new dad. Just bought a house out on the East Coast. 9 car, 9th quick with the 17-0-94 for Anthony Marjulio on his return. The 11 car of Jordan LaFawn, 18th quick. A little bit off the pace for the 11 car. That's kind of not typical. 18th quick. Anthony Marjulio wrapping it up. 9th quick. Looks like everybody has qualified. We're getting ready to go to heat racing. We will have some cars going home tonight. Currently 29 cars in the field. Only 24 will make the 25-lap feature. So it looks like we got about 5 minutes left, 5 seconds. Heat 1 to the grid. Heat 1 to the grid, please. Donald Ingram, Travis Anderson on the front row. Clay Christopherson, Michael Carter in row 2. Drew Jonkman, Michael Vitale in row number 3. Carson Nicholson, Brenson Hunt in 4. Chris Hannigan, Jesse Ingram in row number 5. All right, drivers, welcome to heat number 1. Leader, you know the drill. 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Everybody else, once you get the one to go, going to ask you to tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. The start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. Got 8 laps to get it done. Top 4 heading straight to the show. Welcome to championship night. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. Waiting on James Ingram to take the field. Has not gridded yet. We're working on some really cool camera angles for next season as soon as I figure out how to control the camera with the joystick. I got it figured out. Now I just need to get control over it. So we got a lot of stuff ahead of us. Had a great talk with the Dirt Track Bank this past week. So really excited of the future here. Yeah, got your 6 Racing Network. Donald Ingram on the front row. So Donald Ingram currently in 3rd position in the points. He has an outside shot, depending on how the 515 his teammate Chris Cox does tonight. Randy Shreves, I didn't see if Randy made the field or not in the 056 machine. Pace truck will exit next time by. We will get to week 12 underway. Looks like James Ingram did make the field. Pace truck will exit this time by as we get underway. Again, they got 8 laps here at Volusia. Half-mile dirt oval in Florida. We didn't check out the weather, but we'll have to look at that humidity here. Pace truck is off as the car's round turn 4. Green flag is out. We're underway. Donald Ingram on the inside. Travis Anderson out of CTM Stables on the outside. Clay Christopherson's going to follow the 10 car and try to get that bottom side to work. Anderson and Christopherson are going to go side by side. Anderson's got his teammate Michael Carter behind him in the 015 machine. Tight racing up front. Riding along with Michael Anderson as he closes in on the back of Clay Christopherson. Everybody trying that bottom side. Go on board with Clay Christopherson as he's tracking down Travis Anderson. Looks like we got nose to tail here. You can hear Clay inside that cockpit, busy on the throttle. You can see his hands busy on the steering wheel. We are nose to tail, spread out. Looks like the battle is up front. As the CTM boys look for a win here. Clay Christopherson moves up about a half car length there, or width. Making some progress on that outside. Clay Christopherson looking for P2, and he has it at the line. Christopherson up to P2, working lap 6 of 8. Carter led Anderson, his teammate, in line. Looks like everybody is going to take the same line as the 51. 010 with a low exit there. There are your top 4. As they come off a turn 4 for the white flag, Donald Ingram, Clay Christopherson. Now Michael Carter's going to make a move on his teammate. Looks like Carter in the 015 slid up underneath the 33 there. 33 covers that spot in 3 and 4. Coming off a turn 4, Donald Ingram, Christopherson, Anderson, Carter. Run it out to the back stretch. Watch your contact. Great start to the night. Ingram, Christopherson, Anderson, and Carter heading to the feature. Heat 2 to the grid. Heat 2 to the grid, please. Jesse Ingram, Butch Baker on the front row. Jason Hines, Brennan Weeks in row 2. Joseph Grandy, Brian Dickens in 3, Randy Shrees, Kevin Davis in 4, Anthony Morano, and your points leader, Chris Cox, rolls off at the tail end of the field. All right, leader, 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, going to ask you to tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. Start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. Got 8 laps to get it done. Top 4 heading straight to the feature. Everybody else going to a B or C main. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. The grid is full. 10 drivers called for. We got 10 on the grid. That 7 car has 1 win on the season. Butch Baker in the Venom racing car. Sorry about that. On the outside of row number 1, Brennan Weeks. He finished on the podium a couple of weeks ago in that 120 or 12 car on your screen. You got the Murano boys. You can see those light blue cars. Yeah, there is Randy Shreves. The 320 is with us, Anthony Murano. As always, we always have to go on board. And say good evening to Sherry. That's his wife there on the rear hood scoop. Sherry tunes in each week. That's greatly appreciated. All the spouses, significant others out there that tune in to watch your favorite driver. That is what Got Your 6 Racing Network is all about. We do have 1 to go. Pace truck will exit this time by. Jesse Ingram will bring us to the green flag in that 7 car. Looks like the low line was the place to be at the beginning of Heat 1. The middle line came in. Clay Christopherson found that middle line, was able to move up and finish in P2 in Heat number 1. So we'll see who was watching and what line they choose. Canadian driver Jason Hines starts in the inside of row number 2. Pace truck is off as Jesse Ingram. Green flag comes out early. Ingram and Baker side by side as they go into turn 1. A little bit of contact. Butch Baker falls back a little bit. We got a 3 wide. Davis and the 518 of Grandy and Butch Baker. Those 3 taking it 3 wide for that 4th and final transfer position of all nights. Tonight is the night you want a transfer position with a number of cars heading home. Looks like Davis will battle it out for that 4th and final transfer position. Now Butch Baker still side by side with Joseph Grandy. 518, Joseph Grandy slides in low. Good drive off by the 97. Up front, Jesse Ingram now has his hands full with Brennan Weeks. Working lap 4 of 8. Weeks taking a peek on the inside. Hines in P3. Kevin Davis in the 4th and final transfer position. That is his teammate behind him. So we'll see how bad the 97 of Butch Baker wants in the feature. Butch Baker going to dive it down low. Try to look underneath. See the track starting to get slick. Baker right along the inside wall. Good run off by the 121. Grandy now back to P7. Butch Baker, the first car on the outside looking in the 97. Don't look now. There's Randy Shreves in the 056. Shreves hopes to put some pressure on Davis. Shreves with an outside shot at a championship tonight. Jesse Ingram holding suit up front. Brendan Weeks in chase. Last lap. Haynes, Davis. Will Randy Shreves put a late race? Shreves gonna dive it down coming off of 4. Ingram, Haynes, or Weeks, Haynes, Davis. Watch contact. Good heat race, fellas. Your points leader did not finish in the top 4. Heat 3 to the grid. Heat 3 to the grid, please. Cale Smith, Bailey Dutton in the front row. Anthony Marjulio, Grant Wesley in row 2. Brian Lawson, Jordan LaFawn in 3. Rob Piper, Billy Roberts in 4. And Randall Dixon will start in P number 9. All right, drivers, welcome to heat number 3. Leader 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Everybody else, once you get the one to go, you know what to do. Tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. The start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. Top 4 heading straight to the feature. Everybody else, you're going to have to battle through the CMB main. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. Another CTM driver in that 115. Cale Smith has been on a rail as of late. See if anybody can stop the 115. Anthony Marjulio, this is his first time back in that 238 machine. Member of the Mass Mafia Racing team. Last year's Sprint Car champion. He will roll off on the inside of row number 2. Grant Wesley currently with 1 win in the 88 machine. Jordan LaFawn with a couple wins in the 11. So we're getting ready to battle it out here. Heat number 3. Cale Smith will come off of turn 4 looking for the green flag. Pace truck makes its way to pit road. Coming off of turn 4, green flag is out. Cale Smith, Bailey Dutton. Dutton with a good jump on that outside. Let's see if the outside is still the place to be. 26 and the 115 come off side by side off of turn 2. It will be Cale Smith, or Bailey Dutton, my apologies. A 111 hard up into the wall. Jordan LaFawn. Your replay tonight brought to you by the Dirt Track Bank. We'll follow along, see if we can't see what happened to Jordan LaFawn. Looks like him and Anthony Marjulio get tangled up. 11 car goes for a ride. So that will most likely send Marjulio to the back. Bailey Dutton with the lead. Cale Smith in P2. Wesley Marjulio. Heard that Marjulio just got an EOL for that last incident with the 11 car. Leader still 1.5 pace cars behind the pace truck. Everybody else tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. Leader at the exit of turn 4. You can see the white line down low. Right about there is your restart point. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. Lights will go off on the pace truck. We will double it back up here. At the exit of turn 4, I'll leave that up to you. Just make sure all 4 tires of the pace truck are off the race surface. Pace truck will exit this time by. Good start by Bailey Dutton. Gets a good jump on the field. The 88 of Wesley, he's going to get up there and challenge Cale Smith. Brian Lawson currently in the 4th and final transfer position with the 99 car of Billy Roberts. The first car on the outside looking in. Billy Roberts had a great night last night in the mods. They are nose to tail. Dutton, Smith, Wesley, Lawson. We will go on board with Cale Smith as he tries to pull up on the 26 car. You see him sliding underneath a little bit, so he's running a little bit lower than is Bailey Dutton. Now he's going to go down low. No slide job available. Working lap 6 of 8, nose to tail. Jordan LaFawn trying to come back through the field in the 11. You got the 111 is around. Did not see a caution come out. Dutton and Smith going to battle it out. Coming to 1 to go. 115 peaked underneath the 026 car on the last lap. Is he setting up a last lap pass? Not in turn 1 and 2. Will he get it done in 3 and 4? Let's go on board and see if he can't get it done. Dives down low. Right along the wall, waiting for the 26. Dutton, Smith, Wesley, Lawson, your top 4. Run it out to the back stretch, please. No contact. That should bring us into the C-main to the grid. C-main to the grid, please. Not sure how many cars will transfer from the C. Looks like 4. Rob Piper, Carson Nicholson on the front row. Chris Cox, Anthony Marjulio in row 2. Chris Hannigan, Anthony Morano in 3. Randall Dixon, James Ingram in 4. Brian Dickens rounds out your field of 9 drivers. All right, leader, just like your heat race, going to ask you to be 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, going to ask you to tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. The restart is on green. Don't jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. 10 laps to get it done. 4 of you will transfer to the B main. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. Rob Piper and Carson Nicholson on that front row. Carson Nicholson, my teammate, driver out of Georgia. Drives a late model in real life, kind of banged it up a few weeks ago, so they're waiting for parts. Lights are off on the pace truck. 10 laps to get it done. Anthony Marjulio and Anthony Morano. Watch the 32 and the 238. Both those cars starting on the outside of rows number 2 and 3. Pace truck should exit this time by. Watch the 122 in the back of the pack. That's Brian Dickens, driver out of North Carolina. Another one of my teammates. Pace truck is off. 92 jumps the start. He will most likely receive an EOL. Giving him another chance, so leader gets an unfortunate EOL. That will send the 92 of Rob Piper to the back of the field. Yeah, as everybody else tries to catch up to the field here. They will catch the pace truck in turn number 2. So we will double it up and give her another go here. We got the B main coming up next. 4 of these cars will transfer. Carson Nicholson now at the front of the field and your points leader. Chris Cox in P2. So he will be on the outside of row number 1. Chris Hannigan and Anthony Marjulio will roll off on the second row. Lights are off on the pace truck. A restart is on green as dictated by race control. We got the boys from Top Tier Race Control with us, riding along with us for the last 5 races of the season. If you out there, you have a racing league, do not hesitate to check these guys out. Super professional. The after race reports are absolutely phenomenal. Top-notch operation. Green flag is out. Your points leader, Chris Cox, going for the lead. Carson Nicholson down low in the 71. They're going to be side by side. Looks like that high side is starting to come in. Anthony Marjulio in the 238, currently in the 4th and final transfer position. 32 car of Anthony Morano. He's trying to battle down on that low side. Tried to go 3 wide there. Watch the 122 of Brian Dickens coming through the field. Anthony Marjulio latches onto the rear end of that 40 car, not wanting to give that final transfer position to any of these cars behind him. Carson Nicholson, he's going to try to work the bottom side on the 515 of Chris Cox. He'll dive it down low once again, get along that inside fence. Side by side at the line, working lap 5 of 10. Nicholson making that bottom side work. 515 of Chris Cox gets a good run off of 2. Running just above the slick. Nicholson good on the bottom in 3 and 4. Able to close that gap back up. Again, Anthony Marjulio in the 238 in the 4th and final transfer position. Brian Dickens going to try a crossover on the 238. 122 and the 238 battling it out for the final transfer to the B main. Dickens and Marjulio side by side at the line. As is Carson Nicholson and Chris Cox up front. Working lap 7 of 10. Chris Cox looks like he thought about going down and closing off that bottom line. Nicholson gets real close to that inside wall at the exit of turn number 4. Brian Dickens in the 4th and on the 5th. He's the first car on the outside looking in. Needs to get by the 238. Carson Nicholson up front, able to get a great run off of 4 that time. We're working lap 9 of 10, coming to 1 to go. Nicholson making that bottom work in the 711 car. Gets a good drive off the bottom. Nicholson at the line. This will be a battle. Marjulio now getting slowed up by the 40 car. Nicholson down low, Chris Cox up high, coming off of turn 4. It's a drag race to the line. Nicholson, Cox, Marjulio, Brian Dickens in the 122 moves up. The 40 car of Chris Hannigan falls out of the top 4. B main to the grid, B main to the grid, please. Drew Jonkman, Randy Shreves on the front row. Billy Roberts, Brenson Hunt in row 2. Butch Baker, Jordan LaFawn in 3, Michael Vitale, Joseph Grandy in 4, Carson Nicholson, Chris Cox in 5. Anthony Marjulio, Brian Dickens round out your field of 12 drivers. We'll see how many transfer here. Give me one moment. Looks like we have 12 heading to the feature. We have 12 in the field. So everybody, I have no idea why iRacing does that. Leader, 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up, half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. No idea why iRacing does this, but all 12 of you will transfer to the feature. 10 laps to get it done. Restarts on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. Put on a heck of a show. Good luck. We had a lot of our front runners roll off in the C and B main. Randy Shreves on the outside of row number 1. He's second in the points with an outside shot at the championship. We saw your points leader, the 515 of Chris Cox in the last C main. So we will see how this plays out. Pace truck should exit this time by Billy Roberts, Brenson Hunt in the 044 machine. Good looking wrap on the 044. Pace truck makes its way towards pit road. Green flag is out. We are underway. Randy Shreves on the outside. Drew Jonkman didn't get going real good. Kind of slinky that inside row. Randy Shreves on the outside. Looks like Shreves is going to get a good run on the 069. Billy Roberts in the 99. He's going to take it 3 wide. Like to thank Billy Roberts for all his support, the owner-operator of Gears Unlimited. You see him on many cars, and the title sponsor of Friday Night Lights. Billy, thank you for all your support. These guys are not holding back. We are 3 wide for P3. Coming off a turn 4, it is Randy Shreves, Drew Jonkman, now Jordan LaFawn in P3, driver out of Indiana. Looks like Jonkman's from Indiana also, so 2 Indiana drivers battling for P2. Billy Roberts in P4. Stuck on that outside line. Looks like there's a freight train coming on the high side. If Billy Roberts wants to get out to that outside, he's going to have to work for it. Butch Baker, the 97 car, also working that bottom side. 213 of Michael Vitale. I'd like to thank Michael for his service. Prior Air Force member. As always, thank you for your service. Shreves, LaFawn, Jonkman, Hunt, Roberts, your top 5. But we're going to go 3 wide. You got Chris Cox. Looks like Butch Baker comes out of the 3 wide on the bottom and takes over P7. Chris Cox still battling it out with Joseph Grandy. Now Carson Nicholson. We are 3 wide in the back of the pack. 515 slides up, gets into Grandy a little bit. Working lap 7 of 10. Shreves will be a hard customer to get by if anybody can do it. The 11 car of Jordan Fawn's going to give it a go here. I think he got into that inside wall a little bit. As your top 2 pull away from the field, Billy Roberts made contact with Drew Jonkman. We will have to go back and take a look at what happened. The 99 riding behind the 069 as the top 2 get away from the field. Sorry about that. I lost the camera angle. '99 will head to the back of the field. Randy Shreves still has control of this one on lap 9 of 10. It should be an exciting 25-lap feature. Your points leader currently running in P5 in the B main. All he needs to do is stay somewhere near the front of the field for his championship. See if he chances it here or not tonight. Not known for being conservative. Pace truck should exit next time by for a 2-lap shootout between Randy Shreves and Jordan LaFawn. Brinson Hunt, Butch Baker, Chris Cox, your top 5. Chris Cox up 5. Chris Cox up 5 from his starting position. Jordan LaFawn up 4. Pace truck is off. As is Randy Shreves. Great start by your leader. Michael Vitale, he's going to go downstairs in the 213, try to slide up, get up in front of the 71 of Carson Nicholson. Vitale wants a top 5. He's going to dig on the bottom side. Can't quite get it done. It is Shreves, LaFawn, Butch Baker is battling it out with Chris Cox. Vitale is in the mix. Up front, Randy Shrees coming off a turn 4 one last time. Shrees, LaFawn, Hunt, Baker, Cox. All these drivers heading to the feature. 3 minutes of warm-up. As you heard, we do have 3 minutes of warm-up, so we will be right back.
Our biggest thing is getting the word out, awareness of Mission 22, the struggle as it is to fight PTSD and suicide. My name is Corey Decker. I'm the state representative for Mission 22. This year's been great. We got a bunch of great guys that have gotten together and decided to create this rally. The word's getting out, and it's turning into quite an event where we can actually help a lot of veterans. It's a great event, but you really have to go and see it for yourself, and it's really one of those things that's an experience. That just going that weekend, we've seen how it changes people.
Welcome back. It is feature time. Anthony Marjulio in the 238, knocking the rust off. He is quickest in the warm-up session. Feature to the grid. Feature to the grid, please. Looks like Donald Ingram on the front row. Dutton, Christofferson, Weeks, Smith, Anderson, Hines in row 4. Wesley Carter in 5. Davis Lawson in 6. Randy Shreves, Jordan LaFawn in 7. Brenson Hunt, Butch Baker in 8. Chris Cox, Michael Vitale in 9. Carson Nicholson, Anthony Marjulio in 10. Joseph Grandy, Brian Dickens in 11. Drew Junkman, Billy Roberts in the 12th and final row. All right, drivers, welcome to the feature. Leader, 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Just like your heat races, the initial start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start-finish line. Everyone else, once we get the one to go, going to ask you to tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. Welcome to Championship Night. Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights, brought to you by Magnum Race Designs. Let's end the season in the 358s with a great race. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. So the Ingram brothers on the front row. This will be interesting. Donald Ingram Can't remember if it's Jesse who's in or Donald who is in the Dash for Cash. One of them in and one of them is not. Guess I could look here real quick. Jesse Ingram is in, so your pole sitter, Donald Ingram, is not in the Dash for Cash. He needs a win here tonight, which is a tall order with the field that we have out here. Clay Christopherson on the outside of row number 2. Brendan Weeks and Cale Smith in row 3. That's a tough row. Pace truck will exit this time by. We will get the 25-lap feature underway. Green flag is out. We are underway. The Ingram brothers on the front row. Donald Ingram dives down low, gets a good run. He'll get up high. 7-car pushing the 51 out wide. They make contact. That sends the field behind them into 3 wide. Watch the 26, Bailey Dutton. Now Brennan Weeks dives the 12-car in deep. Ran out of room there, but the 26 of Bailey Dutton, he's going to give Donald Ingram all he wants in that front. Working the bottom side. Dutton at the line, 26 car moves up to P1. Donald Ingram in the 0-1-0 will fight back on that outside. He wants that Dash for Cash invite, and he's got to win this one to do it. Looks like Butch Baker in the back in the 97 car. Got his teammate there, Brian Lawson. Not sure what happened. We will take a look. Butch Baker behind Davis. There's teammates. The 44 car, they make a little bit of contact. You can see Butch with the wheel fully turned to the left. Randy Shreve's involved. We're 4 wide. Jason Hines in the 66 just gets squeezed out. The 9, Brian Lawson into Butch Baker. 2 teammates make contact. 44 goes for a ride over the flag stand. That is Grant Wesley. No EOLs come out of that one. Bailey Dutton still at the front of the field. We will double it up twice. After that, it will go single file. Bailey Dutton catches a pace truck as it comes out of pit lane in the 26 machine. He's got Brennan Weeks behind him. Those two putting on a heck of a show so far. Dutton, Weeks, Christopherson, Ingram. Don't know if we'll see a desperate move from that 0-1-0 rolling off P4. Looks like the lights are still on the pace truck, so we have at least one more to go here. Lights are off on the pace truck. We are going to double it up one more time, working lap 10 of 25. Where is your points leader, Chris Cox? Cox riding around back in P15. Just needs the points for tonight. This restart will be on Bailey Dutton. Green flag is out. We're back underway. Dutton, Weeks, Christopherson are your top three. This is close racing. The 11 car of Jordan LaFawn's going to dive it in and take it 3 wide. Something's got to give. They make it through that 3 wide action. Let's find Jordan LaFawn on the track and follow along. Gets into the back of the 115. Jordan LaFawn was on a mission there. You can see the 11 car. We're 3 and 4 wide. The 11 car coming into turn number 1. Got Cale Smith in the 115 to the front of him, who checks up for his teammate, the 33 car. Just gets in the back of the 115, sends him around. Bailey Dutton still at the front of the field. We will go single file restart from here on out. Dutton, Weeks, Christopherson, Ingram, Travis Anderson are your top 5. Caution came back out, so we will not go green this time by. I tell you, from where we started with Friday Night Lights, the quality of the driving in the league has just taken off. We got drivers anywhere from 700 I rating up to 7,000 I rating. Currently have 297 drivers signed up. You'd like to come out and join us, please look for us on iRacing under Friday Night Lights under my name, Joe Halter. Send us a message on Facebook. We'll get you a Discord invite and get you processed in. Pace truck should exit this time by, leaving the field to Bailey Dutton in the 026. He's on the loud pedal. Good restart. Brennan Weeks goes right with the 26, setting up a slide job and a crossover. They're going to be side by side. Christopherson currently in P3. Slide job coming from the 26. Brendan Weeks is going to fight back down. We're going to come off 3 wide off a turn 4. They make it work. Christopherson on the bottom side. Nowhere for the 51 to go. He can't get out of this mess if he wanted to. We're doing crossovers and slide jobs into a 3 wide. It does not get much better than that. Looks like Drew Jonkman brings out the caution. Those guys are absolutely getting after it. Looks like Michael Vitale in the 213 slides up behind the 069, cuts that wall a little bit sharp. The 71 car of Nicholson was just sitting and waiting, collecting the 069 and the 115. Brendan Weeks at the front of the field, working lap 14 of 25. The front of the pack is absolutely getting at it. They want to race. I don't know who has 6 races, but some of these drivers want in that $500 Dash for Cash coming up next week. Brought to you by the Dirt Track Bank. Great partner of Friday Night Lights. So Weeks, Christopherson, Dutton, your top 3. Donald Ingram in the 010 is one of those cars that needs a win to get into the Dash for Cash next week. He's still within reach. Pace truck will exit this time by as we work lap 14 of 25. Pace truck is off. Brendan Weeks with a great restart, goes high-low, gets a good run down the front stretch, working the high side. Clay Christopherson, he made it work in the heat race. He's going to dive the 51 down to the bottom side here. Christopherson keeps it down low. Clay Christopherson up to P2, 51. He has found something on that bottom shelf, and he is using it lap after lap. Bailey Dutton on the high side in the 26, working lap 16 of 25. Brennan Weeks must be looking back at Clay Christopherson as he decided to go down low. Grant Wesley in the 88 car. He's also going to give that bottom side a look, trying to get underneath the 015 of Michael Carter. Up high, a wad of cars. Caution comes back out for Jonkman once again. '71 069 comes down on Nicholson there. Brendan Weeks still at the front of the field. We're running out of laps to get it done. This is lap 19 of 25. These drivers up front are absolutely getting after it. Leader, 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Everybody else, half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. Restart is on the leader. Everybody else, you're going on the car in front of you. Great show so far. Good luck. Again, that's 010 of Donald Ingram. He is racing for a spot in next week's Dash for Cash. You got to be a feature winner, and you have had to have ran in at least 6 weeks of this past season. Lights go off on the pace truck at lap 19 of 25. Let's see what happens up front. Chris Cox, where is your leader? There is the 515 tucked in behind Randy Shreves in P10. He has moved up 7 from his starting position. Pace truck makes its way to pit road. Weeks with a great start in front of Clay Christopherson. 26 car Bailey Dutton was unstoppable early. Donald Ingram makes contact with the 26. We're still going to try 3 wide. 515 making contact with the rear bumper of the 88. Up front, Brendan Weeks going to battle it out with Clay Christopherson. Watch the 015 Michael Carter out of the CTM stable. He's running that high side above Donald Ingram. Ingram now pushed back to P5 or 6. Christopherson still on that bottom side, able to pull even with the 12 car of Brennan Weeks, working lap 22 of 25. So we are getting down to it. I don't think Christopherson is in the Dash for Cash. So Clay Christopherson in that 51, racing for his opportunity to battle for the $500 Dash for Cash next week. Slide job coming, contact made. Does that mess with the handling of the 51-33 car down on the bottom? Travis Anderson gets into the inside wall, working lap 24 of 25. 1 lap to go. Brennan Weeks at the front of the field, followed by Christopherson and Dutton. 33 car of Travis Anderson. Now he moves up to P3. He's going to give the bottom side a go. Looks like the battle might be for that third and final podium shot. Dutton at the line. Top 3 start-finish line, please. Top 3 start-finish line. Limited late models is underway. We will get there as quickly as we can. Clay Christopherson comes up 1 spot short of a victory. Hey, Brennan, are you going to Friday Night Lights Discord or C2C? We will get a quick word here with the top 3. If they come up. If not, we will move on to the limited late models. There's Bailey Dutton, who finished in P3. Good show by the 26 car. Let's get a word with Bailey Dutton. Bailey Dutton starts in P3, brings it home in P3. 026 was battling there for the lead at one time. Bailey, this is Joe. You got me? Man, that was a heck of a run up front. You guys put on a whale of a show. Walk us through your night. Yeah, we had a rash of cautions there. And apparently that played in the hand of your competitors, but still put it on the podium, man. Great run by you. Who do you want to thank for your podium finish? Yeah, man, we're going to see you in the limited late models. All right, man. See you over there. We'll see you in the limited late models. Have a good night. Clay Christopherson moves up 2 from his start in the 51 machine. Clay, this is Joe. You got me? Man, another great run. You found that bottom, and you were getting a run off of turn 4 on the bottom side that no one else could match. You got the 51 down there, man. You stuck it out. Walk us through your night.
About even with the high side, and I got luck at the draw with them two fighting up top with sliders back and forth. I checked up a little bit too much when the last couple laps to go to do a slide down to get some momentum. I was going to do a slider on him next, but I was doing a cut down the same time Dutton was doing a slider, and we kind of met in the middle a little bit. Luckily, we both got to keep going. So, but no, that was a fun race. We were 3 wide for a while for the lead, and I think most of the race you could put us under a blanket.
Yeah, man, it was absolutely insane. If you watch the broadcast back, there were slide jobs and sliders going on above you. You're on the bottom. We're 3 wide. Slide jobs and sliders above you. Absolutely amazing by the drivers, man. It was that's one to watch.
Yeah, that was a fun run. And when they were running to the bottom, sliding up, I'm like, well, I hope he's actually sliding up because I'm coming in pretty quick. So
yeah, man. Who do you want to thank for your podium? That was fun to watch.
FTM, Swan Speed Shops. If you guys need anything for 358s and big blocks that are very, very fast and consistent setups, Swan Speed Shops the place to be.
Man, we might need a setup shop here next season. We'll see how that plays out.
Alrighty, well, talk to me or Dino, and we'll figure something out if you need them.
All right, man. Are you gonna race the limited late models?
Oh no.
Are you done for the night?
Maybe I'll show up just for the hell of it, but as of right now, probably not.
All right, man. If I don't hear from you, have a great weekend.
Thank you. You as well.
Yes, sir. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There are the 358 modifieds. We're getting ready to jump over to the limited late models, so we will take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be with the limited late models right here at Volusia.
Yes, that's why. So we'll just give them a quick brush, and then we'll get our stuff on, and then we have like an obstacle course. And so
I'm smiling.
You don't know why you're smiling. We always smile. Smiling's the best.
The Mission 22 Equine Program is a riding program for children of veterans. We also serve grandchildren or direct family members of veterans.
It's a lot of fun, and I've always loved horses.
We have private lessons and group lessons, but it's not just riding. You know, riding lessons, people just think that that's all it is. But we have the opportunity here to really build confidence, to lower stress levels, to give them an outlet and opportunity to spend time doing something healthy and productive. Mission 22 is really based on the foundation of the importance for family. It's why we're supporting families here. So in a time where kids' programs are being canceled left and right, school is shut down, they're not able to be around their friends, you know, being able to have an opportunity where they can just be together and let go of that stress and be around people. Again, honestly, it's just really that simple, being around people. You know, who would have thought that it was something as simple as that?
That's okay. You want to grab his reins, and then
I'll have you walk them forward. It's really a special thing to watch these kids come every week and build a partnership and a relationship with their horse. It lets them forget about everything that's going on in life, being able to come here, kind of shut the world out a little bit, and have a really stress-free, fun environment.
There's tons of studies that have been done on lowering of cortisol levels of children, and especially with children of veterans, often growing up in a household that can be a more stressful place, to be able to have an outlet where they can be outside, fresh air, horses around them, and just growing in that confidence.
Horses are really unique. They're very intuitive to people. They're very emotionally intelligent. They're very emotional animals, very in tune to people. They have a great way of reading people as well. They can pick up on if you're feeling nervous or scared or excited. They're very reflective to how you feel. And so it's a great way to kind of check in with yourself and see how you're feeling, because they'll let you know.
When you're riding bareback, it's really important to think about keeping your thighs nice and snug.
Watch your spacing. Remember 1 to 2 horse lengths in between. Nice work. Yep, then you're going to go through the blue barrels, and you can weave through them, and you can walk through them.
Before we came to Central Oregon, we were based out of Portland. So we were renting an office in the city, we were having to pay to board horses, and it was getting to be exceptionally expensive. And so what it came down to was an opportunity to have a facility that we can grow programs out, that we could have the equine program on our own property that, you know, we can continue to operate during a time that nobody really knew kind of what was happening next. And so having our own facility gave us the freedom to continue serving the families that we care about.
It's so fun to see parents come and talk to each other, and being able to kind of share stories, watch their kids together is a really neat thing. Talk about just life in general, having a place to come and to really connect with people.
Obstacles. I really like riding the horse because it's the best thing ever, and it's so exciting.
By supporting families of veterans on this property through the equine program, it really gives us the opportunity to show that importance. So we're not just supporting their kids, but we're supporting their families. They're having a community here, and building that strong family foundation builds a strong veteran. And that is something that we very much believe in, is supporting the family, supporting the veteran, and that cohesiveness together.
Welcome back to the limited late models. Getting my admin stuff together here for you. We're getting ready to call the drivers off the track. This is the limited late models. Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights, brought to you by Chatham Motorsports. As always, you're going to ride along with us here through the drivers meeting and throughout the evening. Thank you all for tuning in. We're getting ready to get her done. All drivers clear the track, please. All drivers clear the track. All right, drivers, welcome to Week 12 Championship Night. Sorry about that. Had to bring up the points. No interview, get an EOL. No photo on the podium, EOL. You bring out 2 cautions in any one heat race or feature, you will be done for the night. Intentional contact is not acceptable at any time. You will receive a suspension for doing so. Numbers on your car, looking good. We won't go over that. Call-outs on Discord, absolutely not acceptable, nor are they acceptable on race comms. Excessive blinking, you will be given a warning, sent to the back, then leave for the night. As most of you know, we are charging driver fees next season, $15 for a season or $50 for the entire year. They are due no later than September 10th. That is the night after the Dash for Cash. On 12th September, that following Monday, we're going to start removing drivers from the from the league, so that will open up some numbers for those of you out there that want to change your numbers. As most of you heard, we got an exciting next season already in the works. One of the most exciting that you heard about is the Dirt Track Bank Premier Dirt E Series. It's going to be open setup 358 big block mods and open setup pro and super late models. You get to pick which one you want to drive between the mods and the late models. We're not going to go full-blown into operation, but we are going to run probably 2 or 3 tests next season. So you have that to look forward to. As most of you know, if you like the $500 dash for cash, well, you can about triple it coming up Veterans Day week. We have a week-long event in conjunction with the Coast to Coast Racing League. Right now, only drivers from Friday Night Lights and Coast to Coast Racing League will be invited to participate. So we will release all the details the night of the Dash for Cash next week. Other than that, we're running a little bit behind. I'm taking up your time. We're getting ready to advance. Any questions, comments, or concerns, now would be the time. So there you have it. The mod points are updated, so we do have a champion. I haven't looked yet. Brandon, thank you very much. Everyone else, we are advancing. Good luck. So there you have it. There was a quick drivers meeting. Chris Cox at the front in the points in the championship as he was with the 358 mods. Donald Ingram in P2, Randy Shreves in P3. Those cars still have an outside chance of catching your leader. So swap out the same 3 in the top 3. So we will see. Your points leader out on the track, the 515 of Chris Cox. Coming to the line in that 515, last year's late model champion, leading the points. Only Donald Ingram and Randy Shreves have an outside shot once again at the championship. If the 515 stays clean, Brandon Templeton at the top of the board with a 16.219. Brian Dickens in the 122 car, currently 4th quick. Butch Baker, Venom Racing's 97 car. Coming to the line, coming off of turn 4. 9th quick for Butch Baker. Jeff Kemper in the 181, driver out of Canada. We saw a picture of him. He run a Coast to Coast League Championship this week and did a late night slip and slide dash that you can see on our Discord. Travis Anderson in the 33, one of the CTM boys, 17th quick. Coming off of turn 4 for his second time lap. 17th quick it is. Billy Roberts in that 99 machine. 18th quick for Billy with a 16.484. Brandon Templeton still at the top of the charts. Grant Wesley, 9th quick in the 88. See if he can improve on his second lap. Coming up to turns 2 and 3. Will make a dash for the flag stand. Can he move up from his 9th starting position? 9th quick. The 238 of Anthony Marfulio. It's good to have Anthony back with us in the 238. Coming for his first time lap. Jordan LaFont, 2nd quick. 16.233. We will follow along with that 11 car driver out of Indiana. Full Send Esports. Can he get 16.281? Brandon Templeton holds on to that pole position. Jason Hines currently 14th quick, driver out of Canada in the 66. James Ingram in the 19 car out on track. Currently 23rd quick. Clay Christopherson, fresh off the interview. We heard Clay tell you he's not a big fan of the late models, but the 51 Mellow Yellow machine is back out with us, coming off of turn 4. Put on a heck of a show in the modifieds. That will round it up. Do we have a full field? One car will head home. Heat 1 to the grid. Heat 1 to the grid, please. Brandon Templeton, Donald Ingram on the front row. Joseph Grandy, Grant Wesley in row 2. Jesse Ingram, Randy Shreves in 3. Butch Baker, Randall Dixon in 4. Anthony Morano rounds out your field of 9 drivers. All right, drivers, welcome to heat number 1. Leader, you know the drill. 1.5 car length behind the pace truck, please. Everybody else, once we get the 1 to go, going to ask you to tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. Start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. We got 25 cars that took time in qualifying, so I'm not sure if we'll have a B main or not. We'll see how that plays out. Top 4 heading straight to the feature regardless. Race hard, race clean, put on a heck of a show. Good luck. Corning, Iowa's Brandon Templeton will roll off in P1 with tonight's quick time in the dirt track bank number 31 machine. Donald Ingram still fighting for that feature win. Grant Wesley, Joseph Grandy on the second row. Nothing more than Donald Ingram in that 010 car would like to do than join his brother in the dash for cash. Friday Night Lights is looking for sponsors. We have no sponsors for next season's leagues. We have limited late models, 358 modifieds, and 305 sprint cars available. If you know anybody out there who'd like to partner with us and go through the fall season, please have them contact me. We will get them on the show. Pace truck is off, leaving the field to Brandon Templeton. Green flag comes out. We are underway. Good start on the outside by Donald Ingram. Ingram's going to dive down in front of the 31, going to bring Grant Wesley with him. Wesley now pulls up even to your pole sitter, Brandon Templeton. Templeton's going to stay on that low side. Joseph Grandy in the 518 in the 4th and final transfer position has the 7 car of Jesse Ingram to his rear bumper. Jesse, the first car on the outside looking in, as Butch Baker and Randy Shreves take it side by side in the 97 and the 56. Grant Wesley moves up to P2 as Templeton still working the bottom side. Will he slide up, get on the outside with the 2? Ducks his nose right underneath the 88 machine. Brandon Templeton down to the outside in P3. Jesse Ingram is up to P4. Butch Baker and Joseph Grandy, they want that P4, that ticket to the feature, without having to go through. We won't have a B and C main. It'll probably, the final car will probably fall off. So all cars probably heading to the feature. Up front, Donald Ingram getting it done on lap 5 of 8, coming off of turn 4. Got Grant Wesley, Brandon Templeton, Jesse Ingram. We will take a look at your top 4. There they are. The 010, the 88, 31, and 7 are your top 4. Nose to tail here at Volusia, 88 car. He's going to peak down low. Go on board with Grant Wesley in a second position as he tries to reel in Donald Ingram. Pulls up close at the exit of 4. Ingram going down low. Wesley going to keep it up high in the 88 machine. This is the last lap. It's like Jesse Ingram in the 4th and final transfer position. Butch Baker going to battle it out with Grandy. Ingram, Wesley, Templeton, Ingram are your top 2. Ingram brothers going through straight to the feature. Heat 2 to the grid. Heat 2 to the grid, please. Jordan LaFont, Chris Cox on the front row. Bailey Dutton, Carson Nicholson in row 2. Jason Hines, Travis Anderson in 3. Brinson Hunt and James Ingram, the father of the Ingram boys, will start at the outside of row number 4. All right, drivers, you know the drill. Leader 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, going to ask you to tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. Restart is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. Everybody heading to the feature. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. You get that 011 car of Jordan LaFawn on the front row, and he is going to be a tough customer. Chris Cox to his outside, your points leader. So will Chris Cox play it safe? Not known to do so, but we will see how hard he runs as the pace truck comes to 1 to go. Lights are off on the pace truck. We're getting ready to go green next time by. We saw Bailey Dutton have a heck of a run in the modifieds. Will Dutton keep up the streak tonight? Carson Nicholson to his outside. CTM driver Travis Anderson will roll off on the outside of row number 3 with Hines to his inside. Pace truck is off. Green flag is out. We are underway. Heat number 2. Week 12 championship night. Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights. Great run on the outside by the 515. Dutton thought about taking it 3 wide. Jordan LaFawn's going to fight back on that low side. 515 doesn't leave any room. Jordan LaFawn slides up, gets behind the 515. Carson Nicholson in the 711 car in the 4th and final transfer position. I don't know who that is on the inside. It is the 44 of Brenson Hunt. He's trying to move up through the field. Got the 33 car of Travis Anderson to his outside. Up front, Chris Cox leading away on lap 3 of 8. Is the 11 car just watching the line, being patient, gets a good run off of turn 2. Good run down the backstretch. They are side by side. No room for a slide job. They are nose to nose at the line. Cox and LaFawn. Now the 26 of Dutton gets in the rear of the 11 car. Gets Jordan a little bit loose there. Go on board with Dutton, currently running in P3. Track starting to get slick. You can see Jordan LaFawn in the hunt here. Running that low side. Tucks in just about as close as you can get to that 515. Makes a move on the inside. They make contact. Both drivers able to drive away. Jordan LaFawn getting a little impatient. Last lap, can Jordan LaFawn muster a pass here? Coming into turns 2 and 3, LaFawn on the high side. Will he cut down, tuck underneath the 515? Cox covers. Cox, LaFawn, Dutton, Hines are your top 4. Heat 3 to the grid. Heat 3 to the grid, please. Chris Hannigan, Brian Dickens on the front row. Jeff Kemper, Michael Vitale in row 2. Anthony Marjulio, David Tormachi in 3. Billy Roberts, Clay Christopherson in the 4th and final row. All right, drivers, welcome to heat number 3. You guys know the drill. Leader, stay 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. Start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. Everyone heading to the feature. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. Got the dirt track bank 122. Driver out of North Carolina. Brian Dickens on the outside of row number 1. Michael Vitale with us in the 213. Prior Air Force member, part of the Murano Racing family. As always, Michael, thank you for your service, sir. 181, Oregon driver Jeffrey Kemper on the inside of row number 2. David Tormachi in the 33, driver out of Montana. He's back with us. Up front, Chris Hannigan will take us to the green flag in the gear wrench number 40 machine. Billy Roberts in the 99. You can see him back in P5 on the inside of row number 3 in the Gears Unlimited 99 machine. Pace truck is off. Green flag is out. We are underway. Heat 3, 8 laps to get it done. Great start by Hannigan. Hannigan tries to get up on that outside line, get up in front of Dickens, as is the 238 of Marjulio. Brian Dickens, known for running the high side. He's right above the slick, not leaving any room for the 238. So he covers the second spot. Michael Vitale up to P4, now moving up to P3, going to go side by side with the 238. Vitale up high. The 40, something happened to the 40. We will have to take a look. See what happened here, but with your leader. Had the 122 behind him. Dickens takes it down low. Just makes contact with the 40, sending your leader into the outside wall. EOL for the 122. That'll give the lead to Anthony Marjulio in the 238. So welcome back to the 238. Currently on the point in heat number 3 with Anthony Vitale, Billy Roberts, and Clay Christopherson, your top 4. So the 40 was leading, gets in an accident with the 122. Both those cars head to the back. Let's see if the 238 remembers how to get this done. At the front of the field, this is his first week back with us this season. We will double it up, working lap 3 of 8. Marjulio, Vitale are the front row. Green flag is out. We're underway. Great start by the 238. Billy Roberts in the 99 is going to go side by side with the 213 of Vitale. The man who did not like late models, the 51 Mellow Yellow machine. He's going to try to dive underneath all of them, get that bottom to work just like he did in the modifieds. Up to P3. Vitale comes down on the 40 machine. Up front, Anthony Marjulio set and sell. Billy Roberts in P2 in the 99. Clay Christopherson in the 51. Gets in the inside fence there. Will that open the door for the 213? All drivers settling in. Marjulio followed by Billy Roberts. Go on board with the 99 as he's working that bottom side. He's closing the gap a little bit here on Marjulio on lap 6 of 8. Marjulio going down low. Roberts kind of diamonding the corner there. Clay Christopherson's going to get a good run on the outside in the 51. Poked his nose out of line. One lap to go. Marjulio breaking away from the field. Christofferson and Billy Roberts going to battle it out. The 40 and the 213 make contact. Looks like Anthony Marjulio coming off of turn 4 will go to the inside of row number 2. Marjulio, Christofferson, Vitali. B main to the grid. B main to the grid, please. I didn't think we'd have a B main, but we do nonetheless. Butch Baker, Brinson Hunt on the front row. Hannigan, Grandy in row 2. Nicholson, Tormachi in 3. Dixon Anderson in 4. Dickens Shreves in 5. Ingram Kemper in 6. And Anthony Morano is the 13th and final car. All right, drivers, welcome to the B main. 10 laps. Leader, 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Everybody else, same story. Tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. Start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. Looks like we had 3 cars not make the call to grid, so everyone will be heading to the feature. Race hard, race clean. 10 laps to get it done. Good luck. Anderson, Kemper, and Morano did not make the call to grid. '97 car on the inside. Venom Racing's Butch Baker with Brinson Hunt to his outside. Got 10 laps to settle it. Everyone heading to the feature. This is a race for starting position. Pace truck should exit this time by. Butch Baker brings us to the green flag. Green flag is out. We are underway. Baker and Hunt on that front row with a good start. Brinson Hunt to the point. Butch Baker back in P2. Grandy followed by Hannigan. Carson Nicholson, David Tormachi in the 33. Looks like somebody got in the back of the 23 machine. Or the 33, my apologies. Let's see what happened. That was quick. See the 19, where's the 33? There he is. Randy Shreves in the 56. On that outside. Just closes in on the 33 a little quick. They collect Brian Dickens. 122 into the inside fence. The 33 collects the 19 of James Ingram. Brinson Hunt on the point in the 44 machine. Like to thank everybody out there who tuned in to Got Your Six Racing Network. Again, this whole league and the broadcast were created to reach out for those veterans out there that are hurting. There is absolutely no issues if you reach out for help. If you're out there, you're a veteran, you're going through some tough times, there are services out there that can help. Man, please reach out. 22 veterans a day take their own lives, which is 22 too many. As you've heard on the show, we hear that's down to 17. But, yeah, there's no dishonor reaching out for help, man. There's a ton of help out there for you. We play promos throughout the night for companies doing great things for veterans. Brinson Hunt on that front row with Butch Baker to his outside. Green flag is out. Brinson Hunt gets a good start in front of the 97 of Butch Baker. Grandy's going to dive it down low. 40 car working the outside. Chris Hannigan working the outside on the 518. Carson Nicholson gets contacted in the back by the 111. He's able to hold on to it. 19 car flashing a little bit there. Looks like the 122 of Brian Dickens did not come in for a quick repair, missing the front end of that machine. Up front, Butch Baker trying to get underneath the 44 of Brinson Hunt on lap 5 of 10. Been keeping an eye on the 97 from Venom Racing. Butch Baker has come around as of late. Noticeable difference. Grandy in P3, plenty of distance. Carson Nicholson in the 71. We are strung out nose to tail. Brian Dickens in the 122, missing a nose piece there. And James Ingram back in. Dickens looks like he got into that outside wall. That car might have handling issues. Up front, Brinson Hunt, Butch Baker leading the way. We're getting tight back here. Carson Nicholson in the 71, trying to get underneath the 518 of Joseph Grandy. Nicholson into that outside wall, makes contact with Shreves. Nicholson able to recover. Up front, 2 laps to go. Caution does come out. Looks like James Ingram involved in that 19 machine. It is about this time every week that replay transition gives us issues. Brinson Hunt at the front of the field on lap 9 of 11. We got a green-white checker coming up. First attempt. These drivers racing for their starting positions in the feature. Right now, as it sits, the 44 of Brinson Hunt sitting in the 13th starting position for the feature. If he can hold on to the lead. Lights are off on the pace truck. Pace truck will exit this time by our first attempt at a green-white checker. Pace truck is off, as is the 44 of Brinson Hunt, battling it out with the 97, Venom Racing's Butch Baker. Butch Baker coming down in front of Chris Hannigan in the 40. Good run by Grandy on that top side. Let's go on board with Grandy as he closes in that 518 car, currently in 4th position. Hear him working the throttle inside that car. Butch Baker going to dive down low. 44 covers the position. Hunt, Baker, Hannigan, Grandy, Dixon, Shreves, Nicholson, Dickens, my apologies. heading to the feature. 3 minutes of warm-up. We do have 3 minutes of warm-up, and we will be right back.
When people hear a Till Valhalla project, the first thing they might think of is our shirts. But what most people don't know is that our plaques came first and the t-shirts came second. What some people might not know is that the same shirts that we make day in and day out allowed us to do unbelievable things for unbelievable people. Whether it's donating our proceeds to reduce veteran suicide or gifting handcrafted memorial plaques to the families of fallen heroes, these t-shirts simply stand for honor and freedom, two words that wouldn't exist without our heroes. This makes Till Valhalla Project a place where fallen heroes truly live on forever.
Welcome back. The 11-car driver out of Indiana at the point in warm-ups here. He's taking it to the pits. 16.202 for Jordan LaFawn. Looks like the checkered flag has flown over warm-ups. We're getting ready to go 25-lap feature racing here. Again, this is the driver's last chance to punch their ticket for next week's Dash for Cash. Feature to the grid, please. Ingram Cox on the front row, Marjulio Wesley in row 2, LaFawn Roberts in row number 3, Templeton Dutton in row number 4, Christopherson Ingram in 5, Hines Vitale in 6, Hunt Baker in 7, Hannigan Grandy in 8, Dixon Shreves in 9, Nicholson Dickens in 10, Ingram Tormachi in 11. Anderson and Jeff Kemper rounds out our full field of 24 drivers. All right, drivers, welcome to the feature. Leader, 1.5 car length behind the pace truck, please. Everybody else, once you get the one to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. The start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start-finish line. Got 25 laps to get it done. Race hard, race clean. Put on a heck of a show. Good luck. So Donald Ingram, once again, starting on the front row, still has not punched his ticket to the Dash for Cash. 010 needs to win desperately in a feature. He's only got the limited late models, and coming up next are the sprint cars. Those are the last two opportunities for a driver who has not qualified to qualify. If a new driver does not win, that will be $125 to the winner. We're going to run 3 races. 358 modifieds, limited late models, 305 sprint cars. Average finish will dictate where your payout position. Everyone who qualifies will receive a payout. Brought to you by the Dirt Track Bank out of Malvern, Iowa. If you want a super cool bank, check out the Dirt Track Bank, a division of Malvern Bank. They do super things for race car drivers in real life. We are their first venture into esports, so check them out. Super neat bank. It's where Got Your Six Racing Network banks. Pace truck is off, leaving the field to Donald Ingram. He's got his teammate to the outside. Will Chris Cox give him a little bit of slack here, hoping that the 010 can join the 515 in the dash for cash. 515 falling back. We're going to go 3 wide. Billy Roberts sideways. We got a pile up in the back of the field. Well, that didn't take long. Let's see what happened. We have cars everywhere. Looks like Billy Roberts gets hit by the 26. That sends Billy Roberts around. 7 involved, Tally involved, Baker involved, Hines. A whole host of cars on lap 1, so those drivers will have to go in for a quick repair. Not what Donald Ingram was looking for. He wants to get this 25 laps behind him, stay on the point here. Chris Cox on the outside of the front row is already in the dash for cash, as is, looking at the list here, Jesse Ingram in the 7 car. So Donald Ingram's brother is already in the big race. Again, coming up the Dirt Track Alliance between Friday Night Lights and the Coast to Coast Racing League. Gonna have a heck of an event to raise money for Mission 22 for the veterans out there hurting. So looking real forward to that. We will post all the details next week during the Dash for Cash. Donald Ingram rolling off on the front row. Chris Cox, everybody gets their position back to P, looks like 5. We are side by side. We have 2 attempts at side by side. Then we will go single file. Great start by Donald Ingram. Doing what he needs to do. Currently on the point. 238 of Anthony Marjolio. He's going to slide it. 238. And Clay Christopherson, how unlike the 51 car to run that bottom side. We've seen this song and dance before as he throws the mellow yellow 51 in sideways. 515 of Chris Cox looking at the rear bumper of the 010. Brandon Templeton gets pushed way out wide. As we got a wad of cars, Jordan LaFawn in the 11 battling it out with the 44 of Brinson Hunt. Put Jordan LaFawn up to P4. 238 of Anthony Marjolio trying to get in that mix. Caution does come back out. Looks like Hannigan involved in that 40 machine. You can see the 213 already damaged. Let's see what happens here as him and the 40. Looks like a slide job was coming. 19 gets into the back of the 213, sends him around. 19 then collects Butch Baker and the 40 car. 3 cars into that outside wall. So up front, Donald Ingram. At the front of the field, Chris Cox behind him. Donald Ingram in the 0-1-0 at the point of 5:15 of Chris Cox on the outside. We will double it up here. Lights are off on the pace truck. Somebody coming out of the pits late did not catch who that was. We are working lap 6 of 25. The 305 sprint cars coming up next. We're going to be late getting to that one as we've had a couple of full fields tonight. Again, thanks to the drivers for making this crazy idea. We had, this is our second full season, and the support has been overwhelming. So thank you out there. If you're a driver and you participate with us, man, it means the world. Donald Ingram on the loud pedal gets a good start in front of Chris Cox. 88 car, Grant Wesley, he's going to look down low. Grant Wesley already in the dash for cash, as is Chris Cox, Jordan LaFawn. Those drivers already punched their tickets. LaFawn and the 515 make contact. LaFawn pinballs through the field. Let's see what happened here. LaFawn in the 11. Of course, we're not on the 11, so let me find Jordan in the field here. Running in P3 behind Chris Cox. Net code on that contact. He checks up. 88 avoids. 44 cannot. They make contact. Comes back up the track, gets in front of the 51. They make contact. I'm hearing EOL for the 0-11 of Jordan LaFawn, so he'll be heading to the back of the field. So still plenty of laps to go for those cars who have fallen to the back of the field to work back through the field. We are only on lap 7 of 25. Hearing some warnings coming from race control to the drivers. Pace truck is off. Donald Ingram in the 0-1-0. Good restart. In front of Chris Cox, the 88 of Grant Wesley. We need to put some green flag laps together here so these drivers can decide this up front without the interference of caution flags. Wesley Marjulio up to P4. Brenson Hunt in the 44 car. Looks like another caution comes out. We've been bitten by the caution bug. The 71 of Carson Nicholson. 111 behind him. Just can't slow down. Gets into Nicholson. Ingram able to sneak by. 66 not so lucky. Donald Ingram still at the front of the field. Working lap 9 of 25, so we have a ways to go here. Donald Ingram, Chris Cox, Grant Wesley, Marjulio, and Hunt. All right, drivers, let's settle in, get some green flag laps in. Everyone settle down. Got a long way to go. Pace truck should turn off the lights this time by. We will be going green next time by. Still, Donald Ingram has led from the drop of the green flag, got his teammate and points leader Chris Cox on his rear bumper. Grant Wesley up there, Marjulio, Brenton Hunt are your top 5. Pace truck is off. Randy Shreves in the 56, up 11 positions from his start. Good start by Donald Ingram, opening up a little bit of a gap. Butch Baker now involved. Another caution comes out. For the 97, Venom Racing's Butch Baker. 213 gets loose. The 40 gets into the 97. Butch Baker tried to save it. Bicycles there in turns 1 and 2. Comes back off the wall. So this is taking a while. We may get there one lap at a time, but we will get there. Race control putting out the 1 to go right now, so we will go green this time by. As we are already into the 3:05 sprint car time slot, which was supposed to start right now. And we still have, 20 or 15 laps to go. Good start by the 0-1-0 of Ingram. Gets a good start. Anthony Marjulio is going to drop down once again in that 238 car. Brenton Hunt able to sneak by on the top side. Up front, Ingram with a little bit of gap between himself, his teammate, the 515 of Chris Cox. Grant Wesley in the 88. Nothing more that the 0-1-0 wants here than a victory to punch his ticket to the dash for cash. His teammate now is going to put a challenge on the 0-1-0. Slide job coming. Crossover by Ingram. Ingram on the bottom side running a slider line. Slide job coming from Chris Cox. Not enough room to slide better of it. They're going to pull up side by side. Jason Hines this time involved in a wreck. When we do have green flag racing, we have some pretty darn good racing here. See what happened. Billy Roberts, LaFawn. Little contact from the 11. That car beat to pieces almost. That pushes a 66 out wide. Hines able to hold on to it. Going to take it 3 wide. Dickens and Vitale gets up into Dickens, who gets up into the 66. That will give the 213 an EOL for making contact with the 122. Donald Ingram has to be holding his breath in 0-1-0 on the point. We are working lap 14 of 25. We will watch the restart. We'll turn up the engine noise for you here. Go on the nose cam of your leader as the pace truck exits. Those are some different views of what we got going on the track. Up front, Donald Ingram holding on to that lead, getting a challenge from the 515 of Chris Cox. Cox dives down low in 1 and 2. Ingram able to hold the lead on that top side. That young man is running for a chance at the money next week. Working lap 20 of 25, so laps are winding down. Will your points leader, his teammate, crush his chances at the dash for cash? We will know here within moments. Chris Cox, Grant Wesley in P3. Looking back through the field, the 56 of Randy Shreese battling out with the 26 of Bailey Dutton. Brandon Templeton in the mix, running on that high side. They're going to go 3 wide. Christopherson, Ingram gets into the 31 car. No control left for the 31. Up front, working lap 22 of 25. Chris Cox. Dives underneath. Is he going to take the lead from his teammate? 10 car able to hold him off. Coming to lap 20. We're coming to 1 to go. Donald Ingram 1 lap away from punching his ticket to the biggest show of Friday Night Lights so far. Holding off his teammate. Got 2 corners to get it done. Donald Ingram on the high side. He will punch his ticket to the dash for cash. Donald Ingram, Chris Cox, Grant Wesley. Top 3 start-finish line, please. Top 3 start-finish line. Donald Ingram will punch his ticket to next week's dash for cash. Again, everybody who enters will get paid. Waiting on Grant Wesley to get up into the picture here. All right, fellas, let's go up top for a quick interview. Let's see who we get up in the booth here. We're waiting on Grant Wesley. There's Donald Ingram and Chris Cox. Will we get a quick word with Wesley? We will move on Donald Ingram in the 5:15 machine rolls off P2, running behind his teammate Donald Ingram the whole race. Wesley is with us. Grant Wesley in the 88 machine, already in the dash for cash. Grant, this is Joe. You got me? Hey, man, great run by the 88. Finished up on the podium. Good practice for next week, man. How was your night?
I was just trying to bide my time there, just kind of let things sort out. I know Chris was pretty fast. He's always fast in these limiteds, and he's running second there. He was pretty anxious, so part of me was kind of hoping that maybe there would be an issue, and I'd just capitalize on it. Also, there in that early on with LaFawn, got some spoiler damage and kind of hurt the engine a little bit. I just didn't have the straightaway speed, so I mean my bed was laid, and but yeah, I mean it's a pretty good race. I'm pretty happy with third place.
Yeah, man. Anytime you can get a podium, that's great. You got anybody you'd like to thank for your podium finish?
Yeah, I'd just like to thank Gears Unlimited and all your partners here on Friday nights. You guys put on an awesome show. Thanks to you for putting on the broadcast and everything you do. I'd like to thank my teammates at Horror Esports and my girlfriend Brittany.
All right, man. We're going to see you in the sprint cars.
Yes, you are.
Right on, man. We'll see you over there.
Thanks.
Yep. Chris Cox in the 5:15, already most likely the champion, finishing second. So congratulations on that. Man, you had your teammate in front of you, the 0-1-0, Donald Ingram, holding on for his life for an opportunity to run in the dash for cash. You didn't cut him any slack, man. Great run. Walk us through your night.
Well, it went better than the modifieds because I didn't hit the wall in qualifying. So that helped me tonight. Otherwise, just trying to start as far in the front as I could.
Yeah, man, you started up there. You stayed up there. You going to head to the sprint cars?
Yes, I will.
Who do you want to thank for your podium?
Well, I'd like to thank Ingram Brothers. I'd like to thank MJC Desktop Fabrications, Cops Gaming, and you guys for putting it on.
Yeah, man, we'll see you in the sprint cars.
All right. Hope I'm the two-time.
The 0-1-0 of Donald Ingram. We were cheering him on from the booth all night. Not yet in the dash for cash until right now. Donald, congratulations, my man. You get the race next week for the in the $500 dash for cash. I wasn't sure if the 5:15 was going to let you have it. He definitely didn't let you get by easy, man. Great victory. Walk us through your night.
Oh, it was a fun night. I was worried about Chris the whole time. I think he could have threw a slider any time, but he raced me clean. We left the room, so it was a good race. Took me all season to get here, but I finally got one.
Yeah, man, 2 Ingram brothers and Chris Cox in next week's big show, man. So that's exciting. So congratulations on that. Who do you want to thank for your victory?
I thank my brother, my dad, and Chris, and you guys for putting all this on.
Yeah, man, we're going to see you in the sprint cars.
I still don't have them.
All right. Well, maybe if you win the dash for cash, you'll have plenty of money to buy sprint cars.
I'll for sure get them if I do that.
Congratulations, man. And I get to say for the first time, we'll see you next week.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Have a great weekend.
You too.
All right. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There are the limited late models. We are running behind schedule, so we will take a quick break, and we will be right back.
1, 2, 3. I love it, Molly.
They say it's a matter of time, 1,000 days and the sun won't shine before I come back to you. For your love I will go far, I wanna be wherever you are. I know I'm coming back for you.
Brother, it's good to see you.
Our love is a river long, the best ride in a million wrongs. I know I'm coming back to you. And I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. stop me. I'm making my way home. I'm making my way.
Welcome back to the 305 Sprint Cars. I couldn't make it any quicker than that break. We are back here. We are running a bit behind time. For those of you out on the East Coast, I apologize. It's not so late out here in California, but back east it is getting a little bit late. We will call the drivers off the track here momentarily. We will get the show underway. Thank you for hanging out with us all night. Again, I know it's late back east, and man, we greatly appreciate your support, helping us get the word out to the veterans out there that may be hurting. So we currently have 15 cars in the field. So this race should go a little bit faster than the previous two. Again, big shout out to Gears Unlimited and the 305 Sprint Cars, brought to you by Raven Graphics. Doyle Lawrence from Raven Graphics, a big supporter of Friday Night Lights. I'd like to thank Doyle, firefighter out in Houston, Texas, for all that he does for us. Greatly appreciated. Again, if you know anybody out there that'd like to sponsor a division next season, please have them get a hold of us on Facebook or my email, joe@gy6rn.com. I answer all messages on Facebook and email. So all drivers clear the track. All drivers clear the track, please. All right, drivers, my apologies. We are running a little bit behind. We'll go over the rules super quick. Interview, if you don't make your interview after an EOL, after an podium finish, EOL. No photo, same story. 2 cautions in any race, you are DQ'd. Intentional contact will get you a week vacation minimum. Numbers look good. Callouts on Discord or on race comms are totally unacceptable. If you are doing that, you're going to most likely get a vacation. Excessive blinking, first time's a warning, second time is EOL, third time you will be asked to come back next week. Don't forget, next season we are charging $15 per season or $50 for the entire year. Those are due no later than 10 September. On 12 September, we're going to start removing drivers who have not paid, which will free up some numbers. So if you have a number that you don't like, you may have the opportunity to change that here in a couple weeks. We already talked about 358 big block modifieds open and the Pro and Super Late models being open. The Dirt Track Bank Premier Dirt E-Series is what we're going to call it. Probably going to give it 2 or 3 tries this coming up season. If it's a hit, we'll stick with it. If not, we'll scrap it. Welcome to Week 12 Championship Night 305 Sprint Cars, brought to you by Raven Graphics. We will get the show underway. Any questions, comments, or concerns before we advance? Randy Shreves is leading the points, followed by Chris Cox and Jeffrey Kemper. We did have one additional driver punch their ticket to the Dash for Cash, racing for $500 total next week, Donald Ingram. So now we have 10 drivers in the show. But Randy Shreves is the leader, followed by Chris Cox, Kemper Hines, Gavin Chatham, who is not with us, are your top 5. Any other questions? All right, drivers, let's put on a heck of a show. Good luck. So we have advanced to qualifying. Looks like we have 15 cars in the field. Your points leader and most likely champion. We do have 2 drop weeks here at Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights. So once all that's figured up, then we will crown a champion. Again, this is the very last race before somebody or for somebody to punch their ticket to the Dash for Cash next week. We will be back here next Friday Same program. We're going to run 358s followed by limited late models. Close out with sprint cars. Best average finish of those three divisions will take home the top prize. We are going to make an exciting announcement for Veterans Day week, and we will make that announcement during the Dash for Cash show. Again, thank you all for tuning in. 40 car of Chris Hannigan out on the track. Jason Hines, driver out of Canada, on the front row. Doyle Lawrence, we talked about Raven Graphics in a good-looking number 3 machine, currently 8th quick. Randy Shreves, your points leader in the 56, second quick behind Brandon Templeton. Templeton getting it done in the sprint car. Billy Roberts in the 99 machine, out on track, 14th quick for Billy Roberts. Grant Wesley back with us in the 88. Grant's up to 5th quick. Kurt Schatzer in the 218, 6th quick for the Dirt Track Bank 218. And that will wrap it up. So that was super quick. We're only waiting for the 238 of Anthony Marjulio. Come out on track. See if Anthony can bust up Templeton with a 14.880. Driver out of Corning, Iowa at the top of the board, followed by Shreves, Hines, Kemper, Wesley. Marjulio, Mass Mafia driver out on track in the 238. He was last year's sprint car champion. 6th quick on his first lap with a 14.921. Coming for his second lap, can he improve? No, sir. 6th quick for Anthony Marjulio. All right, fellas, we are going to advance since everybody has taken time. Oh, Clay just showed up, so we'll let Clay get out on track. Waiting for the 51 car of Clay Christopherson. See if he comes out on track in the last 15 seconds. Don't think he has enough time to make it. Should have 3 heat races. Clay is not going to make it out on track. Heat 1 to the grid. Heat 1 to the grid, please. Brandon Templeton, Jason Hines on the front row. Grant Wesley, Kurt Schatzer in row 2. Doyle Lawrence, Brian Dickens in 3. Vitali and Billy Roberts in row number 4. All right, drivers, welcome to heat number 1. Leader, you know the drill. 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Everybody else, once you get the one to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. Got 8 laps to get it done. Everybody heading to the feature. Race hard, race clean. Again, the start is on the green flag. Don't jump the start. Good luck. Jason Hines on the outside of row number 1. Watch that 218. We got a couple of dirt track bank cars in this field. Brandon Templeton and Kurt Schatzer. Doyle Lawrence, also a teammate, running the number 3 dirt track bank machine. You can find Doyle Lawrence wraps on Trading Paints. Actually, Brian Dickens also, all 4 dirt track bank cars in the first heat. Brandon Templeton will bring us to the green flag next time by. Got Michael Vitali once again. Michael, prior Air Force. As always, we talk every week. Michael, thank you for your support. More importantly, thank you for your service to our country. Back there with Billy Roberts, title sponsor, owner, operator of Gears Unlimited out of Missouri. I'd like to thank Billy, all he does for us. Man, without guys like Billy, none of this is possible, as this all takes money. Green flag is out. We are underway. Templeton and Hines on the front row. Templeton's going to go down low. Will he slide up and get on that outside line? Hines is not going to let him clear. Good run on the outside. We're side by side up front. Templeton got that inside wall. That top side open for a brief moment. Templeton not able to get the job done. Makes a little bit of contact with the 66. Brian Dickens in the 122 makes contact with the 218. We had teammates go at it there. Kurt Schatzer up high. Both those guys running by their other teammates. So 3 dirt track bank cars under a blanket coming into turn number 1. Dickens just doesn't cut down quite soon enough. Gets into the 218. Both those cars will head to the back of the field. Looks like they're going to give the lead to Hines in the 66 machine. Put Templeton back to P2 on lap 4 of 8. We will go green next time by as race control is doing their best to speed up this process. Hines, Templeton, Wesley, Lawrence, your top 4. Jason Hines, driver out of Canada. Says he visits Chico, California a couple times a year, so I'm expecting a visit. We're going to put Jason in the Icon Sim Sports Elite chassis here at the studio and let him take some laps. As Jason gets a great start on the field in the 66, Brandon Templeton in P2, followed by Grant Wesley, Doyle Lawrence. Templeton already in the dash for cash, as is Wesley. So those drivers using this for a test and tune for next week. Doyle Lawrence in P4. Michael Vitale in P5. Kurt Schatzer dives it in underneath Billy Roberts there. Looking for a way around the 99. 218 kind of stalled back there. Looks like Roberts going to give him a little bit of room. They do make contact at the exit of turn 4. Dickens splits the 2 in the 122. He's going to move up. Good move by Dickens. 1 lap to go. Hines, Templeton, Wesley at the front of the field. Doyle Lawrence in the 3 car in that 4th and final transfer position, although everybody will head to the show. Templeton's going to close in on the rear tail tank. Hines, Templeton, Wesley, Lawrence in the top 4 transfer positions, followed by Vitale, Dickens, Roberts, and Schatzer. Heat 2 to the grid. Heat 2 to the grid, please. Points leader, Randy Shreves on the front row inside. Jeffrey Kemper on the outside. Anthony Marjulio, Chris Cox in row 2. Joseph Grandy, Zachary Trader in row number 3. Chris Hannigan and Clay Christofferson in the 4th and final row. All right, leader, you know the drill. 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. Start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start-finish line. Got 8 laps to get it done. Everybody heading to the feature. Race hard, race clean, put on a great show. Good luck. So let's see if Jeff Kemper, after his slip and slide dive late this week after winning the championship in the Coast to Coast Racing League. If you are in the market for an outstanding racing league, please check out Coast to Coast Racing League. It's where the dirt track bank drivers race, racing without all the drama you get in other leagues. Check them out, c2crl.com. We are not an official member of C2C. However, they do support us, put points and our schedule on their website. Again, that website is c2crl.com. We will go green this time by Randy Shreves at the front of the field. Last year's champion, the 238 of Anthony Marjulio, will start on the inside of row number 2. See if he can get the magic back. About to be a new dad, just bought a new house, so he's been busy, has not spent much time with us this season. Randy Shreves is off in the 56 car. 181 of Kemper, way up high. Jeff Kemper way up high. It's going to take us 3 wide. Marjulio, Cox, Kemper in the exit of turn 4. Side by side goes Cox and Marjulio. 56 of Randy Shreves, your points leader, gets a comfortable lead. Jeff Kemper now going to fight back on that outside in that 181 machine. Jeff Kemper's not done. Makes contact with somebody there. It looks like Joseph Grandy makes contact with the 181. Grandy up to P4. Randy Shreves setting sail. Go on board with Anthony Marjulio, currently in the 3rd position, trying to track down Chris Cox. Look back from Cox at the 238. And out the nose at what he sees of Randy Shreves on lap 6 of 8. Will go on board with Randy Shreves. If anyone can get around the track in a sprint car, it is the 56 of Randy Shreves. Running that slider line, coming to 1 to go. 56 got a handle on it. 5:15 of Chris Cox, not giving up yet, trying to pull up to the rear tail tank. This is the last lap. Marjulio now under attack from Joseph Grandy. Coming off of turn 4, it will be Shreves. Marjulio just able to hold off Grandy there at the end. 3 minutes of warm-up. We will be right back.
Mission 22 was founded on the timeless principle that America's warriors are equally valuable overseas as they are within our borders. We are unwaveringly committed to the journey back home and understand the barriers our heroes face when making the often arduous and taken for granted transition home. Trauma is an opportunity. While bleeding, hidden pains of the past can never be removed. We can transform them into something brand new and beautiful. We can grow through trauma to become our community's cornerstone, the safest neighbor on the block, the strongest leader in the office, the most caring volunteer at the elementary school. The Recovery and Resiliency Program is a year-long, and it uses everything from cutting-edge biometric tools to science-backed supplements. This is a catalyst to take the deep scars suffered for our nation's sake and turn them into opportunities to direct our God-given purpose and energies as protectors toward a refreshed and meaningful life. By committing to this year-long program, you will be happier, stronger, and wiser. Your PTS and/or TBI may not leave you, but you will be more comfortable in your own skin, and your suffering will begin to have meaning. Our goal is to give warriors one thing, the truth. Let's take responsibility for our healing.
Has always been a leader in our industry.
The lifetime parts and labor warranty is pretty awesome. Basically, all the parts are covered, the labor and everything.
When we say lifetime, we mean lifetime, and it's supported with money-back guarantees. And with that, you're getting all qualified technicians that are going to ensure that this job is done perfectly and operates perfectly throughout the life of the unit.
Learn more about our Coolray lifetime parts and labor warranty at Coolray.com. Coolray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
Coolray has always been.
Welcome back. Brandon Templeton at the top of the board with a 14.954. A little bit quicker than Chris Cox. His teammates, Brian Dickens, Kurt Schatzer in 3 and 4. Your points leader, Randy Shreves, currently 6th in warm-up. We got 30 laps to go. Feature to the grid, please. Behind Shreves on the front row, Templeton Cox in row 2, Wesley Marjulio in 3, Lawrence Grandy in 4, Vitaly Kemper in 5, Dickens Hannigan in 6, Roberts Christofferson in 7, Kurt Schatzer and Zachary Trader round out your field of 16 drivers. All right, leader, 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Everyone else, once you get to 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. Start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. Got 30 laps to get it done. Probably going to be some 1 to go, so we ask that you get back in line as quickly as possible so we can finish this show at a decent hour for those on the East Coast. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. '66 car of Hines has not punched his ticket to the Dash for Cash next week, so he will try to do so. Currently have 10 cars qualified. Must be a feature winner and must have participated in at least 6 races throughout this last summer season. Tell you, out here in California, we're looking at 115 degrees next week. I cannot wait for some sort of fall to get here. I tell you, been on a string of 100 degrees. It's 102, and it is currently 6:30 at night, so still warm out here on the West Coast. Pace truck will exit, leaving the field to Jason Hines. Your points leader to his outside. They are side by side at the line. Shreves with a little bit of an advantage. You can bet he's not going to go easy on the 66. The fewer cars in that Dash for Cash, the bigger payout for each driver. Hines holds on to the lead in the 66. Good drive by the Canadian driver. Slides up in front. 56 of Randy Shreves to his outside. Brandon Templeton falls back to P6. Doyle Lawrence in the 3-car, Mission 22 on board. Brandon Templeton trying that bottom side. Joseph Grandy in the 518. Can't see the numbers super well. 213 of Michael Vitale up to 11th. We are side by side by side. Shreves able to take over the point from the 66. Chris Cox slides up in the way of the 66. Those two almost make contact. Good job by those drivers. Cox down low. Hines working the top shelf. Shreves looks like he's running high in 3 and 4, low in 1 and 2. Put Hines back up to P2 as he gets in front of the 515. Chris Cox going to cross him over. That was close at the line. Anthony Marjulio in the 238. Lads, they finally make contact. That will end Hines' opportunity at a Dash for Cash. Let's see what happened. Hines and Chris Cox battling it out. Chris Cox with a slider gets into the rear tire of the 66. How unfortunate. Looks like the 515 will receive an EOL. And he will be back there. 66 tries to lock it down, not to get into any of the other drivers. Just can't do it. Randy Shreves on the point. So your points leader and most likely champion at this point, trying to end his season with a victory in that 56 machine. Got 30 laps, so plenty of time for a driver in the back to work his way to the front. However, given the company, the quality of the driving in Friday Night Lights has improved drastically. That is a tall task to go from the back to the front. So we'll see if Jason Hines can keep digging. Currently on pit road, coming in for a quick repair. That car gets put back together. He makes it out in front of the pace truck. Shreves now with last season's champion Anthony Marjulio on his rear tail tank. We should go green this time by. Shreves, Marjulio, Templeton, Wesley, Lawrence are the top 5. Pace truck is making its way to pit road. Randy Shreves at the front of the field. Good restart by the 56. Trying to put an exclamation on his championship run. 238 of Marjulio trying that bottom side. Not a lot down there. See how close Marjulio's getting to that inside wall. Anthony drives some mini sprints, I believe, on the East Coast in that 238 machine. But since he is a new homeowner and a soon-to-be new father, those days might be over. Brandon Templeton battling it out with Grant Wesley. Grant Wesley on the bottom side. Slide job coming, gets in front of Templeton in that 88 machine. Templeton with a great run off the top side in the 31 machine. Doyle Lawrence behind Templeton in P5. Grandy falling off the pace a little bit. Hannigan in the 40. Michael Vitale back there battling it out. Now Lawrence taking a look underneath his teammate, Brandon Templeton. We saw 2 dirt track bank hammer down racing teammates get together early. Templeton slide job on Wesley, makes it work up front. Randy Shreves pulling away from the 238. Wesley thought about a slide job, couldn't quite get it done. Could not clear the 31 car. Now Lawrence in the 3. Gonna get that bottom side to work. Lawrence moves up to P4. Can't get the drive off of turn 2, so he will fall back to P5. Shreves getting it done up front. We are working lap 15 of 30. This is where the action's at. Doyle Lawrence and Grant Wesley battling it out. Side by side coming off of turn 4. They are nose to nose at the line. Lawrence gets a little bit loose and loses that position to Grant Wesley. Now Lawrence is going to be under attack from Joseph Grandy in the 518 machine. Grandy running that bottom side with a good run off the bottom of turn 2. Pulls right up to the tail tank of the 3 car. Don't look now. Kurt Schatzer in the 218 car working his way up through the field. He is your biggest mover, up 7 positions from his start. Got Jeffrey Kemper and Vitale coming with him in the 213 and the 181. Vitale down low, Mission 22 on board that machine. Love to see that. Clay Christopherson, he's practicing for the Dash for Cash. Let's see if he's in the Dash for Cash. Looking at my list. Christopherson is not in the Dash for Cash. Miss Dickens throwing a slide job on the 213 of Vitale. Vitale pulls right back up to that rear tail tank. Good run by the 122. on the high side here at Volusia. 66 car of Jason Hines started on the pole, trying to work his way back through the field on lap 22 of 30. So laps winding down quick. You're not missing much up front. Templeton now pulls up alongside the 238 in 1 and 2. Good run off the top side by the 238. Templeton not able to get a good drive off of turn 2. Anthony Marjulio's able to hold that position. Top 2 running a slider line in 3 and 4. Will the 238 get a good run? Looked like Anthony Marjulio that time really made up ground. And the caution comes back out. The 3 car of Doyle Lawrence involved. Having a great run tonight, running with Joseph Grandy. Looks like Doyle Lawrence trying a crossover. Slides up the track. Grandy comes down. Those two get together. And that's the worst place to go in Volusia, is that part of the track. EOL for the number 3 car. So Randy Shreves on lap 26 of 30. Laps are winding down quick. 305 sprint cars getting it done. Really excited of next year. If you know anybody out there that likes running open set, we are going to give it a go. Again, it is the Dirt Track Bank Premier Dirt E-Series. It's going to be open setup 358s or big blocks. Driver gets to pick which one of those he wants to run, depending on what track we're at. And we're going to follow that up with the Pro and Super late model open setup cars. So we'll see how that goes. Really looking forward to it. We're not going to put that into full effect probably until the winter season, but we plan on trying it in the fall. Working lap 25 of 30. Randy Shreve still at the front of the field in that 56 machine, trying to put that exclamation on his championship. He's got last year's champion right behind him in the 238 of Anthony Marjulio. Pace truck is off, as is Shreves. Good start by Randy Shreves. Brandon Templeton, he's going to dive it down. He's not going to waste any time trying to pull up alongside if he's not careful. Wesley makes a pass on the high side in that 88 machine. Templeton stays down low, gets a little bit loose on the exit. The 40 car of Hannigan in the mix. Good battle. Hannigan comes down, gets into the 218 a little bit. Randy Shreves up front, leading Anthony Marjulio on lap 28 of 30. Grant Wesley now in the final podium position. Brandon Templeton trying to make that pass. Up front, Marjulio tries the low line, can't get it done. We are coming to 1 to go. The sprint car race, 30 laps getting done in a big hurry. 1 lap to go for Randy Shreves in the 56 machine. Again, a punctuation or an exclamation on his championship run. Wesley sends it in, can't make the pass. Shreves at the line. Top 3 start finish line, please. Top 3 start finish line. Marjulio, Wesley are your top 3. We will get a word with those drivers. Great finish to the night and the regular summer season has come to an end. All right, fellas, don't forget to go up for interviews. We will get a word with your top 3. Waiting on the drivers to get up into the broadcast booth. There's Randy Shreves and Marjulio waiting on Grant Wesley to get up into the booth. We'll get a quick word. Grant Wesley in the 088 machine picks up 2 positions from his start. Grant, this is Joe. You got me? Man, another solid night in the sprint cars, my brother. How was your night? Walk us through it. Yeah, man, I'm already looking forward to next season. We had a lot of new drivers join us this season, and we were talking on the broadcast that the quality of the drivers that have joined Friday Night Lights has just, man, it's grown exponentially. You guys put on a heck of a show. Next week's Dash for Cash will be interesting, and then we get into the fall season, man, and I can't wait. So, congratulations on your podium, man. Who do you want to thank for your podium finish? Yeah, man, you're running for 125 bucks to the winner next week. So, yeah, I'm real excited, and I greatly appreciate the people from the Dirt Track Bank coming on board. Man, we had a meeting on Thursday, and they are all in, and I can't thank them enough. They love what you guys have going on the track. They love all the stuff that we're doing. So, hopefully this continues. We will see. We've never charged drivers before, but we'll see how that plays out, man. And yeah, really looking forward to the future. Great run by you, man. And we will see you next week when the money is on the line. Yeah, man. Have a great weekend. The 238, Anthony Marjulio moves up 4 positions from his start. Took a little break from us. Expectant father and a new homeowner out on the East Coast. Anthony, this is Joe. You got me? Man, it's been forever, my brother.
Yeah, it's been a while. I've been busy since all this summer. It's got a house, baby on the way, just got engaged, so a lot going on.
And a podium. You come back, you knock the rust off, and you park the 238 in second place on your only race this season. Of course, we got the Dash for Cash now. We're hoping that continues into future seasons. And we got a big money event coming up. Brother, you're going to need it. I know you're an electrician on the East Coast, but I'm telling you, I raised 3 kids. So we got a couple of money races that can help you out. So that's coming up Veterans Day week. And we're going to have the Dash for Cash again at the end of next season. I hope that's the plan. We'll see how this charging drivers plays out. But walk us through your night, man, in the 238 machine.
The the heat race I struggled a little bit, and the feature I just knew that the top would eventually get too high, and usually 3 and 4, the bottom will come in. Sometimes 1 and 2 will. If you get to hit it right, it was just so much momentum through 1 and 2, you couldn't really go to the bottom through there. But once the track slicked off, I feel like it comes into my favor a little bit to be able to run the bottom, where some of those guys will just still rip the lip.
Yeah, man. So tell me about with a new baby coming. Tell me about the real racing career. How's that looking?
Uh, it's looking bright. I think this winter, is going to be a rebuild on the car. I did get out for one race this year at the dirt track at Loudon, and won our heat race and led some laps in the feature and contended to for a win. So um, it was for a car that sat all winter long. I had a buddy of mine. He let me borrow a motor, so thanks to him, I was able to get out and at least get one race out there, and we did very well.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. Can't wait. I hope you can join us full time again. Last season was an absolute joy watching you guys run. So hopefully you get back in the groove in the winter when it gets cold and snowy out there. Maybe we can get you back on the track, man. Who do you want to thank for your podium finish?
Oh, just you guys for putting this on, Joe. You guys have really stepped up this league, and the competition is definitely much stiffer this year or for this season. And so everybody that helps you out, you for putting this on, and I want to thank my fiance for letting me spend a Friday night. I got the changing table built just in time to make the first race, so um, she let me have this night.
Yeah, man, I wasn't sure you were going to make it through that instruction manual in time. That is just the beginning. The next one is Christmas Eve night when you're putting those toys together at all dark 30, man. So welcome to the fatherhood club, my brother.
Yeah, it's really really exciting, and me and my fiance we're very much looking forward to it.
Yeah, man, I wish you both the best and have a great weekend. Hopefully, we can see you in the fall season.
That's the plan.
All right, man. Have a great weekend.
All right, you too, Joe. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Randy Shreves in the 056 car moves up one from his starting position. Randy puts an exclamation on his championship run in Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights. Randy, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, Joe.
Man, great run. Watching you and the car behind you, Anthony Marjulio, was last season's sprint car champion. You kind of put an exclamation on this season for the 56, man, and you got a whole prize package coming to you. I don't know if anybody's told you, you're going to get a Hero Card digital, a Hero Card shirt, a Dirt Track Bank shirt, a Got Your Six Racing Network Challenge coin, and Billy Roberts has kicked in a chunk of carbon fiber drive shaft. It's about 12 inches. We're going to put Gears Unlimited on that, my brother. So you got a lot of stuff coming your way, man. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for coming out and running with us. I think, man, the competition just gets better and better and better, and you're always super smooth. And anytime you enter a race, it improves the quality of that race. So walk us through your night, man, and how did the 56 park it in victory lane?
Oh man, tonight was just a crazy night for this track. Usually this is one of my favorite tracks, and tonight it just felt different. I don't know. I heard Anthony coming behind me, and I just knew that there had to have been a faster line somewhere. So I'm just searching everywhere to find grip, and I don't know. I really didn't find it until probably about the last 5 laps. I found a nice little groove around the high side in 1 and 2, and then low in 3 and 4. That seemed about the best bet. I wish I would have found that a little sooner. But other than that, though, Anthony drove me clean. I know he probably had a chance to pass me any time in that race, but he's just a class act, man. I was talking to him before the interview, and he said that he probably could have passed me, but he didn't want to take me out and ruin my championship. But yeah, definitely a big shout out to him for keeping it clean.
Yeah, man. So we got the Dash for Cash next week. So can't wait for that, man. Really looking forward to the dirt track banks. Real good to us, and we like to obviously pass that on to you guys. So, man, looking super forward to the Dash for Cash. We hope to make it a permanent thing, but we'll see how all this plays out. And then the Open 358s and Open Limited Late models, that will be an interesting experiment. So we'll see how that plays out. But great victory for you, man. We've only added one driver tonight that wasn't previously in the Dash for Cash. So that will mix up the funds just a little bit, but we're still looking at 125 bucks to the winner, and everyone who enters will get paid, man. So thank you for coming out, Randy, and running with us, man. I follow you on Facebook, and enjoy the hell out of it. Who do you want to thank for your victory?
First off, man, I definitely want to thank you and everybody for putting on this league. You guys do a great job with everything, the broadcast, the race control, just everything, the admins. You guys are just awesome. You guys do way too much. Then I want to thank my team, LGR Motorsports, Alex Bergeron at ABR Setup Shop, Coulter West at Redline Race Designs for always making my car look awesome, One Wish Foundation, Wraps and Stitches, KSB Builders, Finish Line Repair, CD Cinematography. I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to thank all my friends for watching, Craig and Abe and Jeff and Tanya Span. I want to give a shout out to my kids for letting me do this all the time, and yeah, thank you everybody, and I appreciate everything.
Yeah, man, you can tell ABR they might have some customers coming their way if we can get this open setup thing going. So, man, looking super forward to that. Sharing a little bit of what we got going on. So, looking real forward to that. So, we will see you next week as I follow you on Facebook. So, I'll see you all week. But next week, we'll see you run once again, man. Great victory, great season. And I hope you have a great weekend, my brother. And we'll see you next week.
All right, thanks, Joe. You have a good weekend also.
Man, you bet. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There is your final race of the summer season. Randy Shreves into 056 puts a exclamation mark on his championship in the 305 sprint cars by bringing home a victory. Like to thank you all, as always, for tuning in. We will be back on the air next Friday, even though it is week 13. We will be at the dirt track at Charlotte, and we will be dueling it out for the first time on Friday Night Lights for cold hard cash. So hope you tune in, and if you're interested in joining us, please do so. You can go to iRacing and apply for the league. You can contact us on our Facebook page or email me, Joe at gy6rn.com. Thank you all for tuning in, and until next time, we will see ya.
One, two, three. I love it, Molly.
They say it's a matter of time, 1,000 days and the sun won't shine before I come back to you. For your love I will go far, I wanna be wherever you are. I know I'm coming back for you.
Brother, it's good to see you.
My love is a river long, the best ride in a million wrongs. I know I'm coming back to you. And I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. stop me. I'm making my way home. I'm making my way